You literally making money off my name. You still did, man. You still what I said you was. Like y'all don't remember back in 2021 when he was on all them voice recordings talking about something, he was going, basically was saying how he was going like hit me and all that, put his hands on me and all that, black my eye and all that, what I was.
I still got the recording.
What? Bro, pull him up.
Tell that bitch I'm taking out my wheel in the morning. I'm taking out my in the morning. You call my daughter a bitch. Tell that bitch I'm taking out my wheel in the morning. You call my daughter a bitch. I'm a black her eye when I see. I wish you would put your hands on my eye. Hustle for y'all mother. And when people do me, we're very thankful.
Listen, I'm a little girl.
Oh, you a little girl now, huh? This 16-year-old running her mouth like she grown, calling her daddy a bitch. Then her mom plays a recording from 2 years ago to try to play victim, and now she want to reference herself as a little girl. But she won't out there doing little girl things, trust me, believe me. Yet another manipulation play she learned from her mama. I'm not even mad at him for calling her that. If it looked like a duck and quacked like a duck, then god doggone it, it's a bitch. I don't blame him at all for taking her out the wheel. I put her in the same category as 50 put his son, for all the disrespect and ungratefulness. Now, Boosie did respond, and he admitted that he said he would black her eye, but they were trying to make him look like a monster and left some things out to why he said it.
I told her that a couple times. Yep. She was embarrassing the fam. I mean, she was giving her body away at football games in the bathroom, man. I mean, she going to my son's football games, having sex in the bathroom with boys. I mean, I probably told her more than that. Shit. And the mama okay with it. Mama let 19-year-old boys stay with a 14-year-old.
Y'all hear this? I told you she wasn't doing little girl things. He said his daughter was out there at his son's football games having sex with little boys. I mean, this is a man's worst nightmare to find out that his baby girl might be a thought. A father finding this out about his child ain't no telling what he might say. He never laid a hand on her, though. But the mama, again, is playing the friend role and allowing a 19-year-old boy to spend the night with her daughter, who was 14 years old at the time. Come on now, that's just crazy. But there's some parents out there like this. This is a prime example of how a lot of these toxic women be jealous of their daughters. Boosie brought this girl a brand new Mercedes for her 16th birthday. And now she done allow her mom to manipulate her to pull a stunt on her father, causing her to lose the car, and now they got tricked out the wheel too. Misery loves company. Her mom been looking at all the blessings her daughter got from Boosie over the years and thought to herself he would never do anything for her like that. Then having a realization that this girl is almost 18, so she'll never get another penny from him after that. So she's doing everything in her power so that her daughter will only run to her in the future to share that same misery together and not to be alone. In the Vlad interview, Boosie explained how he took care of his daughter for the first 3 years of her life. Then on live, she tried to say that he was lying about it, but sounded crazy.
And what else was said about the he was in my life for the first, what's the name?
First 3 years, because I was in jail.
How you gonna contradict yourself like that? Like how y'all, the fans, and don't remember him saying that he went to jail when I was 3. Then come back and say, he been in my life my first 3 years. What?
See how her mom not trying to correct her, just allowing her to run her mouth and sound foolish. If he went to jail when you was 3, that means he was there up till that point of the age 3. Exactly like what he said. He was sorry that he was going to prison now. He left you at the age 3. The mom is obviously trying to be her daughter's friend and not her mother. And she's doing that because she still haven't figured out to this point how to feel a mother's role. All the parents that try to be their kid's friend primarily just either afraid of what it takes to be in the role of a mother or father, or just don't know how to be one, most likely due to their own actions. In the interview also, Boosie pointed out that her mom didn't know who the father was at first and actually had another man's last name until a paternity test came, found out he was the father. Then he changed her first and last name and started taking care of her around 8 months old. But listen to how this girl has been manipulated to be mad at Boosie about her mother's doings.
Instead of bringing up my name, where's my cuts? And I don't even need the money, but it's just the principle though.
I do. Fuck that.
Like,
they say I'm money hungry. Fuck that. Yeah.
Like,
you wanted to come get a DNA test? That's how that go. Should have left her left of the night.
Right. Then you talk about some hood right there. It's hood right there. We have a baby for a hood rat.
Who knock at their door to yeah?
Who knock at a door to see if the hood rat baby his?
Like, come on, man.
Wow. Now let me tell you what type of man that goes to find out if his child is his, even though the no good mama is trying to pin it on another man. A stand-up man would. Your mom really have you convinced that he was wrong for seeking you out, banging on doors to be sure he take care of a baby that was potentially his, and she was right for hiding the truth? So you rather be lied to your whole life and raised by a man who has no clue that you aren't his biological child. But your mom knows and allow you to live this lie on purpose. This is just foolish and shows the strength of a mother's manipulation.
Dominisha. Niggas bring up anything when they hurt. Y'all know how niggas is. They be hurt for years.
The money unique.
It was the money unique.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what it was.
Thank you. Never gave Dominisha. Yeah, you must be mad. You must be mad at that nigga. You must be mad at that nigga. Yeah. Yeah, and y'all talk about stealing. I hope nigga not saying I was stealing. I never stole. Yeah, Dom, I never stole. Never, 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 never.
And I did whenever I had to. Fuck, I was young.
No, they talk about like stealing money, I think.
Oh.
But in a
Oh. Yeah, you hear that. I know y'all caught that. She's talking about some, oh, yeah, we all know what that mean. Girl, your mama probably done stole money and some of everything else. Boosie also pointed out that her mother's mother allegedly did 17 years for scamming. And the mother allegedly did about 10 years for scamming as well. Scammers are known for their manipulation tactics, and it's clear that this woman has manipulated her daughter to the core. But it gets to a point where kids should know better by now. If a kid is still allowing a parent to manipulate them and they're over 13 to 14 years old, it's probably no saving them. Her mom also took the stand against Boosie when he was on death row and recorded calls that they had before and sent them to the DA office in attempts to get him locked up. And now she got her daughter right there doing the same thing as a sidekick. The mom is her puppet master, and the child does not realize it. This should be an example to everyone not to have sex with just anyone. Those same horrible traits that you despise about someone is more than likely to be transferred directly into the DNA of the seed y'all produce.
Why are you speaking on me? Don't you got a whole Fed charge, my nigga? Like, do you really want me to get on here and say something? Huh?
Yeah, and I could have been dirty and called the police because, yeah, nigga got a whole restraining order out on you. Yeah, you weren't supposed to be in front of my house. Fuck wrong with you way in Houston. Bitch.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Well, I just like stuff recording in case something happens.
Okay, now did y'all catch that? You can clearly hear that the mom be lying about some of everything. She just admitted right there that she made up a lie on live that he was in front of her house. And she just made it up just in case something go wrong. Come on, little girl. So much proof is right in front of your face. Now let's listen to Boosie give some details about his Fed charge since they were trying to make him a villain about it.
So don't act like I was on trial for a good Samaritan. He was a convicted child rapist. He beat 5 murder charges. He was a known robber in the city. He beat his mama with a 2x4. He been shot 29 times on 6 different occasions. If anybody came to my trial, you would have saw his body up there with 29 marks in it. He's a convicted child rapist who was fucking her and her little sister Drika.
I mean, he was a convicted child rapist, a murderer, and committed incest multiple times, and it sounds like one of the victims were her mom? Good gracious. I mean, if Boosie ain't taking him out, whoever did, it sounds like they were doing God's work.
He the only one that did life. I mean, not life. He the only one that was on the death penalty. Should have stayed on there. That's how I'm feeling. And I don't take it back.